When you share a fence with your neighbour, the right thing to do is ask when you want to make a change. The solar giant next door to Michelle never bothered with a chat. Instead, they cleared her land and put up a monstrosity.
Rip down the reckless renewable!
It's just so wrong, it's just so un-Australian. And the thing that's really annoying is that this is a global Spanish overseas company.
The Hunt family bought a big block of land in the middle of nowhere for peace and privacy, only for the new neighbours to make themselves right at home.
A mistake's putting your shirt on back to front in the morning, not coming in, dozing a person's fence down, clearing their land without their permission, mate. That's more than a mistake. That's arrogance.
Now the community has joined the fight in this backyard battle.
So we folded the fence down, my half of the fence, to come back to find it's up again.
It turns out the solar company doesn't like it either when it gets unexpected guests.
We can't just walk on your side, but you can just come onto my property, remove my fence and clear my land, and that's okay. Have some common sense, remove the fence.
In rural Queensland, a 30-minute drive west of Bundaberg, near Gin, it isn't the great big neighbouring solar farm itself that Michelle has a problem with.
Because this is not what was agreed on the development application.
No, they're in breach of their development application.
The problem for her is Global Power Generation's solar project isn't so neighbourly.
So we rock up onto our property to find the front fence is down, a bulldozer had been through it, drive up the back here to find 4 to 6 metres of the land cleared, the whole 350 metres of the fence. Our fence is gone, completely gone. They touched a fence, burnt a fence that should never have been touched.
And replaced it with this prison-like security fence without even a letter in the mail.
They sent it to a neighbour who then forwarded it on to me, just paraphrasing here, but just letting you know we've got the fire warden's permission. We're just burning all the old fences and some of the old cattle yards that were here.
And you didn't know?
No!
It's against the development application Bundaberg Regional Council approved.
The family was promised a green vegetation buffer, 4 metres high, running along the property boundary. And then the fence was supposed to go on the other side, something that would look a lot better than this.
They're in breach of DA. How can you be in breach of DA and continue working with no consequences? Doesn't make sense.
You've got global companies coming in and walking all over people's property rights and individuals and small communities like Michelle. Well, Aussies won't stand for it.
That's when Michelle called Jim Wilmont from Property Rights Australia.
So he's the bloke that rallied the troops.
He is. He's the one you want on your side.
At first, Michelle and Jim had a meeting with representatives from the solar company and were promised here in writing the security fence will be relocated to be set back inside the project and the farm fence reinstated as per the original specification.
Fix it.
Do the right thing. Stand by your word. You know, you've told me in writing. You've told Jim and I at the Gin pub.
Yep.
You know it was wrong. You blamed your contractors. You've told me in writing. Just fix it.
And so, after months of waiting, Jim helped organise a protest at Michelle's place.
We said if they didn't do anything, we'd rally, and we have rallied and taken down half the fence as a show of defiance.
Around 70 community members turning up to take a stand.
Communities have had enough. I'm not the only one. Communities have had enough. We're fighting back.
But on the day of our interview, Michelle was met with quite a surprise.
Michelle, we've come down here today and discovered
the fence is back up.
The fence is back up.
So we decided to pay Global Power Generation a visit.
All right, so we're approaching their front office. The gate's wide open. Let's go and see if we can talk to someone.
Let's go.
It had no issue crossing the line until it was its own.
Hi, how are you going? I'm Zarisha from A Current Affair. I've got a resident here as well.
Yep.
We're just here. We just want to know what's going on with the fence.
I'm going to have to go ask you guys to leave the site.
That's all right, we can leave.
That's cool.
That's fine.
Got an appointment.
We can start making our way up. We just want to know what's going on because the fence is not supposed to be there, but it's been put back up when it's not supposed to be there at all.
We can't just walk on your side, but you can just come onto my property, remove my fence and clear my land, and that's okay.
We didn't do that. I think that was agreed with GPG at the time.
So who did that then? Who cleared?
The agreement, so
It's a bit rich of them to tell you to get off their property.
It is after they come onto mine.
And we gave GPG another chance to answer our questions. It didn't even bother responding. Council has received a complaint and is investigating, but it needs to show some muscle and make it clear to these global companies that they are not above the rules, whatever they may think.